The Thank You Jar. It was the first morning of a brand new day. Soft golden sunlight slowly entered a small, cozy house. Birds were chirping happily outside, and the fresh air felt full of hope. In his room, a cheerful little boy named Ayaan woke up with excitement. But as Ayaan turned back and looked around his room, his smile slowly faded. He looked at his toys, one by one. Something didn't feel right anymore. With a small sigh, he said softly, "I wish I had bigger toys, more games, more chocolates. Why don't I have more?" The same room that once felt happy now felt dull and quiet. Just then, the door opened slowly. His grandmother walked in with a gentle smile. In her hands, she held a small glass jar. The jar was completely empty, but it sparkled beautifully in the morning light. Grandmother said, softly, "Good morning, Ayaan. I brought something special for you." Ayaan looked at it, confused. "But Grandma, it's empty." She smiled and said, "This is your thank you jar. Every time you feel grateful for something, write it down and put it inside." Ayaan frowned, "But there's nothing in it." Grandmother sat beside him and gently placed her hand on his shoulder. That's how every beautiful thing begins, empty. You just have to notice the little blessings around you. Ayaan sat quietly, holding the jar. He looked around slowly, thinking. Then his eyes stopped on something simple, his soft, warm blanket. A small smile appeared on his face. He whispered, "Thank you for my warm bed." He wrote it down on a small piece of paper and gently dropped it into the jar. That soft sound filled the quiet room, and for the first time, his heart felt lighter. Later, Ayaan walked into the kitchen holding his jar. The air was filled with the delicious smell of fresh breakfast. He took a bite, and his face lit up with joy. "Thank you for this yummy breakfast." Another note went into the jar. Later that day, Ayaan helped his mother clean his room. He arranged his toys and placed his books neatly on the shelf. As he looked around, everything felt different. He smiled and said softly, "Thank you for my home." Another note slipped gently into the jar. In the evening, Ayaan sat with his parents. They laughed together, shared stories, and enjoyed the moment. The room felt warm, safe, and full of love. Ayaan smiled softly and said, "Thank you for my family." The jar was slowly filling up. As the day went on and something magical happened, Ayaan began to notice happiness in small things, the sound of laughter, the warmth of home, the love all around him. He stopped complaining. He smiled more. He felt lighter, happier, peaceful. The jar was now half full, but more importantly, his heart was full too. That night, under the soft glow of a lamp, Ayaan hugged his grandmother tightly. With a bright smile, he said, "Grandma, my jar is filling up, and my heart feels so happy." Grandmother smiled lovingly and kissed his forehead. "That is the magic of gratitude, my child. When you are thankful for what you have, you realize you already have enough." Ayaan looked at his jar beside his bed, and for the first time, he didn't wish for more. He simply felt happy. So children, as you begin each new day, take a moment and say just one thank you. Look around you and appreciate the little things, because happiness doesn't come from having more. It comes from loving what you already have. Moral gratitude turns what we have into enough and fills our hearts with true happiness.